Thanks for tuning in. Another fun episode. I know we're late on content today, but hope you guys enjoyed it anyway.
We'll be up against the trade deadline next week.
Late on content? Do you not want to talk about Luis Valdez's sprinting ability on potato camera from Big Country's wheelhouse, Ryan? Come on. Read the room, buddy.
Yeah, dude.
Fly ball left field. Nate McClough is there. And the magical season of the Baltimore Orioles continues.
Ball and 2 strikes on Goins. Ground ball to first. There's Pierce. And the Orioles are champions of the AL East.
And everybody knows he's ready to fire on the first one. Bases loaded. Young swings, line drive. That is down and to the wall. Cruz is in. Pierce is in. Party around third. He's going to try to score. And safe. The Orioles have the lead.
With the first selection of the 2019 MLB Draft, the Baltimore Orioles select Adley Rutschman, a catcher from Oregon State University.
What's going on, everybody? Welcome back. It's episode 44 of the Talking Party podcast. Usual suspects are here: Ryan, Brad, and Josh. My friends, how you guys doing?
Doing good, Ryan. No guests this week. A little sad. It was nice having some other voices on, but the boys are back. The inmates are running the prison, or however that phrase goes. Doing good though, Brad. How you doing?
Just surviving the dog days of summer, man.
Yes, sir.
That's all it is, man. I don't really have much else to add other than that. Ryan, what's good with you, bro?
Same kind of. I'm out in the sun a little less than you are, but I do work in a lot of places that don't have AC. Just telling you guys, I spent all 10 hours on Saturday out on a rooftop and 97-degree heat. So I know what you mean, but you seems like you definitely have it worse than I do, for sure.
Yeah. Well, and then on top of it, my dumbass decides it's a good idea to play softball tournaments when I'm not working too. So I have like absolutely zero break.
Yeah, that is partially your fault, but you know
it is. Yeah. And last night I didn't get home till midnight. We made it to the state championship and lost, so that was fun.
Oh.
Yeah.
That's a super bummer.
We actually won the winner's bracket and we pulled off some upset versus this team that we had no business beating. They're ranked like number 4 in the country for our class. And then we played them in the championship. They had to beat us twice. And we were up 3 after 4 innings the first time and 5 after 4 innings the second time. And they came back and got us both times.
That's a shame.
Tough one. Yeah.
I don't think I'll be moving down there. I'm currently on pace to end up in Maryland sometime next year, but I don't think that'll be happening. The summers are a big reason for that.
It's not like it's going to be much better in Pittsburgh, bro.
Not much better, but it will be a little later, and that I will take because every time I've been down there, it's just been like felt like the bayou every time.
Yeah, it is. And then also, it's not like most warm places where you're like, oh, but the winters are like really good. No, the winters suck dicks too, which is why Maryland has.
Yeah, dude, it's horrible on both ends. Like, fuck all of it, man.
Yeah, it's the worst climate you could possibly live in.
See, Pittsburgh gets like 90 sunny days a year. So like even the hottest days here are really not that hot. Like it doesn't get like 90 on average here. And the humidity is usually low.
Dude, the fucked up thing is, I moved back from Florida last year, and the first week I got back home was hotter every single day than the entire time I was in Florida. That doesn't even make sense.
No.
It doesn't make sense. I lived in fucking South Florida.
Don't get that.
Well,
you get that breeze there because it's like a peninsula. So I guess you get like some sort of breeze. But other than that, I don't know.
I don't think Brad was that far south, but
no, it's south-ish Florida, really. It's technically considered South Florida, but it's still like 2 hours north of Miami.
I see.
Yeah.
Kind of in the middle of nowhere, honestly.
You weren't by like any major cities?
2 hours from Miami, 2.5 from Orlando.
Oh, so yeah, really. Oh yeah, it was Port St. Lucie. There's like nothing there.
I mean, unless you consider like West Palm Beach is a pretty big area, I guess, but they're not like big enough for like sports teams. But that was like an hour away.
Ramon Urias Oppo hit.
Drink.
Oh.
2 for 2.
Yep.
All right. Any baseball happening?
I mean, there was some baseball for sure. Pretty uneventful series over the weekend, except for the Saturday game. That was pretty cool. Another gutsy, hard fought, come from behind win, but not much else to say about it other than that. It's kind of a typical series with the Yankees,
Tough series for the rotation.
Mm-hmm.
Bullpen wasn't its usual self in game 3, but they're due to give up some runs every now and then.
Sure.
Yep. I went to the game Friday night. Started out pretty bad. They clawed their way back in that a little bit, but still ended up falling short in the end.
That one was at least a fun watch if you tuned in like the 6th inning or so.
Mm-hmm.
Right.
Turned out okay. They got to Michael King, right? He got hurt.
Yep.
Yeah.
That's good. Don't have to see him this year, probably. Sorry, Michael.
Well, the foreign exchange kids that are working at the golf course this summer actually asked me if I would take them to because they've all heard of the Yankees. Since they're all international. Like, I was going to see the Orioles Yankees game. You want to go? I'm like, all right, sure, I guess. So I took like 4 of them with me. To 4 foreign exchange students.
Where are they from? Or just all over?
One of them is Jamaican. 2 of them are from Macedonia. The other one's from Turkey. And the Macedonians, they didn't complain or anything, but I'm not sure they enjoyed it as much. The Jamaican kid's the one who I think I've actually kind of gotten him into it because he can name half of our starting lineup now. The Turkish kid, I think he was just reacting to the crowd noise and he stood up and cheered every time somebody scored, regardless of the team. So
he's having a good time.
Yeah, seemed to have a good time. Yeah,
it's good. It's important. Brad slowly spreading baseball across southeastern Europe.
Yeah, right.
There was a couple like that at the Caps Panthers game that I told you guys about in Florida. There was a couple there from South Africa, and they were doing kind of the same thing. Like the Panthers would score and like the horn was going off and they'd be like up and cheering. But then like when the Caps mounted their comeback and me and my friend were cheering up, like the girl would like stand up and like clap and high five us. She's just there for fun.
Yeah, just there to have a good time. Exactly.
Yep.
Or maybe she bet the over. That's probably what
what? You're so right, dude. I don't know why I didn't think of that.
That's got to be what the Turkish kid did too. Anders his name. He had to have bet the over.
Yeah.
Oh, Jesus Christ.
Retarded.
Spot on. Oh man. What was it? Saturday's game, I think. No, Friday's game, the one Brad went to. Certain someone at least made that game a little bit more exciting. I wrote him down on here. Ramon Urias has been popping off the last few weeks. He had a 2-run homer that night. Boys, thoughts on Urias as it changed this year? Because Ryan was a little bullish on him at the beginning of the year. I believe Brad was as well.
Didn't he hit the bomb on Saturday?
He hit a bomb this series. I thought it was in the one we lost though.
Saturday. It was Saturday because it was 4-3 going to the 8th. He had a 2-run shot to make it 6-3.
Oh, is that right?
Yes.
Yeah,
Okay.
that is. Yeah.
Okay.
I'll go first. My thoughts on Urias were initially, I'm going to do a rare move right here and kind of admit that I'm going to eat crow a little bit here. I don't complain about him like I do like a Jordan Lyles or, an Odor or some other or Arrows. Like I don't openly go around complaining about how much Urias sucks, but I did kind of think he was just in another irrelevant stopgap. It was in the infield, that I didn't particularly care to see play and didn't consider him to be of any value at all. And he's actually proved me wrong. He's actually a very solid stopgap at worst that possibly has a future in the big leagues. So whether or not it's with us, I don't know, because we have probably better prospects coming up. But he's doing a good job, and I'll admit, much better than I thought he was going to do.
Yeah, it's kind of unfortunate the positions he plays because he literally plays all the spots that Henderson, Westberg, Mayo, Jackson Holiday all play, and there might not be room for him in the future. But just thought we'd call attention to his kind of comeback from a terrible start to the season after injury. He's been pretty lights out. His last 30 games, OPS over 1.0, 330 average. He's slugging 641, 8 home runs in that span.
He's got 10 on. He's got 10 on the year, so the home runs are becoming in bunches.
Yeah,
2 in Tampa. I think he had total 2, and they were both in the same game, if I remember correctly, right?
yes.
Yeah, he's fine. Yeah, I was a little harsh on him for sure as well. My stance on him hasn't changed though.
That he's just going to be a bench guy at best one day.
Yeah. He's not a starter on like any big league team that cares about winning.
Yeah, I kind of view him as like
Cesar
Hernandez or something like that. Kind of sticks around on like mid-tier teams, I guess.
He'll after he leaves the Orioles, he will be one of those guys that he'll be like
journeyman.
He'll be a journeyman guy that somebody picks up every year just as a fresh bat, fresh body to have around. He's going to have a long big league career, I think.
Like a Jose Iglesias.
Yeah,
that's a good example. Yeah.
But he'll hit better than Iglesias. But I see what you're saying. That type of profile where it's like he never sticks with one team. He just kind of signs on for a year.
Yeah, not good enough to sign multi-year contracts, but good enough that he keeps getting jobs.
He's above replacement and not good enough to get the long-term contract.
Yeah,
exactly.
He's actually played 159 career games. Tonight's 160. Through that span, he's almost a 5-WAR player, 75 RBIs in that span, 18 homers, 140 hits, OPS plus a 115, OPS 779. So I mean, those are pretty solid numbers, like above average. But we hope that Gunnar and Westberg are kind of higher ceilings than this, even if slightly.
If I know you guys said that you'd rather have Jorge, but like if you told me right now that we're assuming that right now we're assuming that the infield is Mountcastle and then any combination of like Westberg, Henderson, and let's say like Prieto or something, or
Holiday.
We'll say no because he's years away. No, he's a child. He's a literal child right now. So I'm not thinking about Jackson Holiday getting promoted to the big leagues yet. So okay, we'll say a free agent signing. We'll assume they sign Dansby Swanson. We talked about this the other day, Josh.
Yes,
Dansby Swanson, Jordan Westberg, and Gunnar Henderson. Assuming hypothetically. If you told me I had to pick one of the current infield to be the guy that stays as the bench guy, for me, it's Ramon.
I agreed with you on this. I think Mateo brings good tools for the bench role, but it's kind of nice to have a bat you can trust off the bench. And it's not like Urias plays just poor defense. He's an above average defender.
Yes, because once Mateo is not a starter on this team, I mean, he's literally going to do what McKenna does right now. And that's like be there for when it's the 9th inning and you get a guy on and you want someone that's dumb fast to run for them. And that's like it. And then he'll play the field and then he'll just be a black hole every time he has to hit. So I would like that guy to be Urias, because to me, Urias has the feel of a guy that will just be one of those random like postseason heroes. Like when you think about, I think I referenced Steve Pierce,
the Howie Kendricks of the world.
Yeah, Howie Kendricks is a really good example too. Just guys that come through in a huge moment. I mean, even think about it in Orioles terms, Delman Young.
Yeah,
he was never super special, but everyone will remember Delman's name for what happened in Game 2 of ALDS in 2014. So Urias has those kind of vibes for me. A guy that you think will just, maybe just come up with a couple crazy clutch hits in a postseason series and kind of like immortalize himself in Orioles lore going forward. So that's my pick. So I like Ramon. Yeah, I kind of just lumped him in as a bum as well. But I was wrong, so that's fine.
So
Valuable bum.
Yes, he's a golden bum.
he's a premium bum.
Premium bum, yes.
I like that. Also known as a gold-plated turd.
Yep.
Shiniest of all the turds.
Yes. A polished turd, if you will.
Hell yeah. That full clip cracked me up. Like it really helped. It really helped a lot.
Dude, Hawk was the shit. I love that guy.
Did he retire?
I don't think he does it anymore.
Yes, he retired.
Okay. That's what I needed to know.
I want to say like 4 or 5 years ago.
Yeah, it's been a little bit, I think. I can look. What's his name? Yes.
Actually, the interesting thing is he had like a semi-retired year where he only did half the games. And interestingly, he only did away games.
Oh, really?
That's funny.
Yeah. I think the story was he lived close to the airport, but not close to the U.S. Cellular, whatever it's called now. So he would fly and go on road trips, but he wouldn't do home games.
That sounds like exactly the thing that I would do.
Yeah.
I'm not interested in coming to the home games. Just let me travel. Let me fly around with the team.
I'd rather spend 9 days on the road than drive an extra 30 minutes for to come home every night.
Yeah. Although, I mean, they probably don't actually fly with the team, considering we know that Rock flies Southwest.
That's hilarious. When Freddie sent that picture of him at the airport,
I know, it was so funny.
Cracked me up.
So,
Interesting.
yeah, Brad, Freddie went to the Cubs series in Chicago.
Yep.
And he messaged our group chat. He was like, guys, holy shit, Rock is on my flight. And he sent a picture of like him and Rock standing in the fucking like the Southwest line where you like line up in group order.
Did he like
citizen?
Did he like sneak a picture of him, or did he actually go up and say, "Hey"?
He snuck a picture.
He definitely snuck a picture. It was a very unflattering image of Rock for sure.
Are there any flattering images?
I mean, I don't know, man. That guy's on a good day. That guy's got 2 tickets to the gun show.
He's kind of jacked, actually.
This is true. I just can't stand anything he says or does on Twitter.
Yeah.
I completely agree with you. Totally.
Got to be the biggest douche on like Orioles anything.
Yeah, he's a huge douche. Just want to let you guys know. I noticed this like earlier in the season, but when you open Twitter on a desktop, you know how it kind of shows you like stuff that's trending on the side and like what's going on, and it has tabs for like games that are happening live, and you can watch like highlights and look at tweets that are associated with with that game. The picture that they're currently using and still using and have used since I've noticed it is Freddie Galvis
on the Orioles.
Yeah,
I got to see if I can see this. I don't know if it'll come up the same. Oh no, it is Freddie. There he is. That's hilarious.
Yep.
Retarded.
Why does Freddie get a picture on here, but when Acuna and Luis Castillo are trending, neither one gets a picture?
I don't know, man. Freddie's built different, I guess.
Built different. Isn't he playing like awful in the KBO?
Yeah, he's somewhere over he's in Asia somewhere.
Nick
Vespi just dicked all over the Rays lineup.
He should have been here the whole time. IMO.
Well, no, because he gave up a home run that one time, so everyone said he sucked and needed to be sent down. So,
oh, right. Even though he's like has yet to give up a run in Norfolk. That's insane.
He had legit like one really bad inning.
Everybody knows that that's how you be a baseball fan. You cry and whine until a player that you really like that's overperforming is brought up, and then as soon as they don't completely hit the ground running, you say they suck and they need to be sent back down.
Yeah,
that's how being a baseball fan works, Josh. Didn't you know this?
I should have known.
You should have, but now you know, so there's no excuses for next time.
Okay.
See, I do it the right way. I trash Lyles, and the few times he actually does well, I just say that he's a lucky piece of shit.
Yep.
He was so lucky that game against the Yankees. Like, he was awful. He was allowing so many base runners, and they just the amount of like praise for that start was sad to me. Like, yeah, sure, we're still in the game, but like,
kept us in the game, bro. Kept us in the game.
Scaled up, these numbers are awful, and like Jordan Lyles is not any better. I mean, he's back to being a negative WAR pitcher for this season. His WHIP is 1.5. I'm not going to get started because Brad will get started too.
Dude, yeah, it's crazy, man. But like I told you guys in the group chat, it's wild that his ERA is not far worse than it is. He's like 64th out of 65 in qualified pitchers in WHIP. He pitches out of a lot of jams, and a lot of people, that's why a lot of our fan base likes him. Like Ryan said, that's why he's got that dog in him. I think getting out of jams is just a completely lucky, whatever the hell happened to happen in that situation kind of stat. But
he is the AL leader in earned runs allowed and hits.
Josh, when you do whatever you're going to do with this episode, can you please cut out Brad saying he's got that dog in him for the soundboard?
He's got that dog in him.
I need it. Please cut that out for me.
All right, I will. I'll make a note.
That's just going to be so funny, isolated. Just like anytime we talk about like literally any good performance, just hit that. Like, he's got that dog in him.
The problem is people are going to think I was actually saying that legitimately about
That's fine. It doesn't
instead of mocking people.
Well, anyone who hears the episode will know the context.
Exactly, because we all know everyone's listening through every single minute of every episode.
The context is in fact that he doesn't have that dog.
No.
It's just fact, lucky.
If he had that dog in him, he wouldn't need to pitch out of so many goddamn jams.
Real dogs never allow jams to happen.
Yeah.
Pitching out of jams is like hitting with runners in scoring position. Like over a long period of time, it's going to even out. If you're getting out of a lot of jams, you're going to go through a stretch where you're not getting out of many. Hitting with runners in scoring position, if it's much higher than your typical performance level, it's going to drop. I mean, they're cherry picked stats, really.
Well, I was gonna watch this, but Ryan McKenna's batting, so
based. Anyway, speaking of roster moves, so we've seen some rumors today. Mancini and Tate potentially to the Mets.
We're not giving this.
No. That's not what I'm talking about. I'm just saying it's rumors. Hold on. Let me say the intro.
You better bring this back around because I'll bring it back. I'm not talking about this.
Rumors such as this, Mancini going to the Mets and such. We're getting down here to deadline time. I believe it's a week and a day away. If anyone knows the actual date, doesn't matter.
Close.
Yeah, it's coming up. Guys are going to start getting moved soon. What are some moves? So there's 3 parts to this question. Okay. Both of you will answer in your own way. What are moves that need to be made right now, roster wise? What are trades that need to happen, or that you would like to see happen? And what are call ups that need to be made as a result of these trades / moves?
Okay, Brad, do you want to go first? Because I feel like we're gonna say mostly the same thing, but I'll let you hit it first.
Ones.
I also feel like we've probably gone through this every episode for the last few weeks, but Trey, Santander, Trey and Santander. Obviously, you got to do all you can to move those guys. They're blocking Stowers. I obviously wish we would trade Jordan Lyles. Not going to happen because they don't have enough arms to actually fill out the rotation. But I want to see DL Hall called up. I think it's an absolute joke that he's still in the minors. So, the must moves. Well, if we get a decent return, I guess. But it doesn't even have to be as grave a return when you consider that Santander is blocking Stowers, and you want to see Stowers. And Santander might get you a top 15 to 20 type prospect in return. Trey, I really don't know. I have no idea what his value is, but he's not going to be here next year. And as much as he's a fan favorite, has a great story, we all wish him well. We'll root for him when he's gone. There's no need for him to be here. And to be honest with you, with the remarks he made about the left field wall, I'm not so sure he wants to be here much longer anyway.
He's had somebody pointed this out in the chat earlier. I can't remember who it was, so I can't exactly say who credit. So if you hear this, I'm sorry. He's had a little bit of an attitude lately. It seems.
Yeah, that's kind of what I was referring to with the left field wall thing.
Okay.
Not that I necessarily think he's wrong. I mean, because he said, yeah, no right-handed hitter likes it. I think that's an accurate statement. But the fact that he's coming out and saying it just kind of shows he's expressing some displeasure there, and leads me to believe, reading between the lines, I don't think he really cares to be here that much longer.
Yeah, I don't either. And dude, I hate that we have to do this, but like, nah, I'm not even gonna say it. I'm not gonna say it because there's no way to say it without me sounding like a giant piece of shit. So, I'll just go on to my. I don't pretty much have anything to say that Brad didn't say. I need to see Kyle Stowers up here. I need to see Jordan Westberg up here. If you want to leave 21-year-old Gunnar Henderson in AAA, fine, I guess. But like, you should probably still call him up too. But I'm not going to say it's not. To me, it's not egregious that he hasn't been called up yet, like it is with Westberg and Hall. I mean, what the fuck are we doing, dude?
Okay, yeah, I'm sorry I left out Westberg because absolutely
Yeah.
either Westberg and or Vavra, like both of them, obviously.
Vavra too. Yeah, fuck yeah, dude.
Yeah,
Seriously,
no reason both of them shouldn't be here.
really, seriously, I forgot about Vavra too. So in the same way you forgot about Westbrook, I forgot about Vavra. Yeah, they both need to be here. Look at our infield is fucking dog shit, dude. It's so bad. It's so bad. I can't even the infield has not improved.
It's a net negative right now.
Over the course of like this rebuild. Like everywhere else on the team has improved a lot. The infield has stayed just as dog shit as it was in 2019.
Like by design too.
Yeah,
It's
there's
it's
options.
It's like
There's options.
he's not ready for the infield to be a serviceable major league infield yet.
Yeah, I don't know, man. I don't know what the thinking is there. I'd love to hear it.
Those are the holdups that piss me off the most about this like administration. So like administration, whatever, front office. Like the infield is clearly a weak point. The rotation is, and even despite its success this year, like it is still a weak point. You have perfectly good options in DL Hall, Vavra, Westberg, like we're saying, that could make these things either better or literally a net positive with the infield, especially. And they just are dragging their feet. And Tyler Nevin is not a major league hitter right now. Like I know he's really good in AAA, but Westberg is too, and so is Vavra. And Arauz should not even be on a AAA roster, let alone a major league roster.
No, yes. Exactly. He's not a 4A player. I don't want anybody to call Arauz a 4A player because that's a compliment to him.
Yeah, and Austin Voth has been in the organization for like a month, and he's not like good. He's been playing like over his standard here, and like sure, that's fine and good and whatever. But you have a 23-year-old prospect down there who can throw 100 miles an hour and strikes out like 15 per 9 in AAA right now. Like, what is that move is baffling to me. I get you want him to be healthy. They threw him one inning the other day after having like almost normal rest. I don't know what that was either, but I mean, no reason for at least two of those guys to not be here.
That was scheduled, apparently. All of the Norfolk pitchers through very short outings.
I don't get why it was one inning. Like they got 6 days rest instead of 5. Like
I don't know, but I just know that I found this out later that Hall, like, basically the second the game started, Mike Baumann started warming up.
Yeah.
So like it wasn't injury. I mean, thank God, I guess.
But limiting innings, I guess.
It's just they're easing them back in after the break. That's what they're saying.
One inning is
couldn't they go 3? Like
right.
Normally a standard at the beginning of the year, they like in the minor leagues they'll go 3.
He threw like 17 pitches.
Yeah. so I could buy that if it was, but even then, like it was the All-Star break was 4 days. It should be like 4 or 5.
Yeah, it was like an extra day or something.
I don't know. It's
cue the casual fans. Learn baseball. Obviously, the GM knows what he's doing. He would have hurt his arm if he threw 5 innings. Like, okay.
I mean, the GM does know, but that doesn't mean
he does. But there's other GMs that know too and do things differently, and it's obvious.
Exactly. There's more than one way to do things.
Like I don't claim to be anywhere close to as smart as Elias, but I still disagree with a lot of things that he does. Shouldn't say a lot. I disagree with some things he does. And there's precedent that other GMs do things a certain way that I am suggesting that work, you know? So Like
Yeah.
good players being called up at younger ages, move more aggressively through the system.
Yep.
Shit like that.
Yes.
What I missed? What happened?
Let's fucking go.
Mountcastle up. I'm a half pitch behind. Base.
Two-run single for Mountcastle.
Sweet.
He needed that bad.
Yes, he did.
So
Back in the MVP hunt, baby.
trying to look at Tyler Nevin's splits this year. So Jordan Westberg actually demolishes righties, 940 OPS in minors this year, over 76 games, 600 against lefties, which is odd. So reverse splits guy, but Nevin versus righties is under 700 this year. That includes the minors, and versus lefties, he's 766. So I don't understand like Nevin at all. I know Aruz is just going to be worse in all facets, but like even Nevin is like worse than the option, and he's like less of a defensive guy.
Yeah.
Westberg is actually like pretty decent on D.
Oof. Oh man,
What happened?
Tony ripped the first pitch, but it was a foul ball.
Oh yeah, he shit on that. Don't. So any final thoughts on trade deadline moves? I mean, I don't really care what team like Santander and Mancini go to. It's just kind of like they're both a weight on this roster that needs to kind of be relieved.
Yep.
That's really no better way to say it, because like
They both got to go.
Yeah, you need those DH at bats, and like the outfield is too crowded, and you have very viable options in Kyle Stowers.
Yeah.
Even like Newstrom, if you want to make that argument, go right ahead. But
Like,
Stowers for sure.
You just got to let the whole Trey thing go. I mean, he's not that good a player, man. I'm sorry. He was the best player on the team he was the best player on a historically bad roster. He's an average baseball player. He's a
below average defender who can hit every now and then for some power, but he's not. Mountcastle's younger and better. Rutschman's going to be like over a large scale better than this, and they all play the same position. So
you just got to move him on. I mean,
you have two guys that are in line for their positions that are in the running for International League Player of the Year right now, and that's Vavra and Stowers, and they're both
like,
just sitting there waiting for a chance.
Right. Like I gotta ask, do you want to be sentimental, or do you want the team to get better? That's your option. That's your option right now.
In play runs. What happened? What happened?
Santander hit a lazy ground ball to second, and the guy just completely botched the throw to second.
Just hit Mountie in the shoulder.
Yeah.
I love it.
It's funny.
So no outs recorded. Sweet.
None. And it's second and third, one out now because the throw got away from the second baseman.
4-1, one out.
Cool.
Oh, he did. He doinked it off of Mountcastle's hip.
Doinked. Good job, G-Man.
Yep. Nailed him right in the back. And then Mountcastle took third. Wow. Oh, it wasn't the second baseman. It was G-Man.
Yeah. Bro, Stowers has a nickname already on Baseball Reference.
He does.
I kind of hate it. Stowers Power.
I like this. I've seen people call him Light Tower Stowers, and I like
that. That's cool. But Stowers Power.
Yeah, that's pretty
Is that a is that like a local like electric company? I don't know what we're doing.
Stowers Power. Yeah, really.
Stowers Power Inc. Sign up on our application on the website.
Must be able to pass a drug test.
Right. What's he hitting in AAA this year?
I don't know, but he's hitting some fucking piss missiles, dude.
889 with 17 homers.
Oh yeah. So I saw somebody arguing in a Facebook group. Oh, he's not ready because he's batting 254, like the old antiquated average argument. Yeah, he has a good OPS. He's only batting 254. That's not good. Like, okay.
And the slugging's 536.
He has his OPS is like close to 900. Like, shut up, dude.
Yeah, and it was like almost 1,000 for like a month there.
And then the guy was like, "Oh, he strikes out a lot too." Like, yeah, so does pretty much every good player.
Literally everybody.
Right.
Every player that hits for power strikes out a lot.
Yeah.
I was looking at Urias's K rates too. His are like pretty average, like with strikeout rates. Like he strikes out a lot, but now it's average.
Josh, did you see the screenshot of my text with my friend Devin in
I
the
did
chat.
not.
I sent him the clip of the slide from Rayleigh into Rutschman.
Mm-hmm.
And I sent him that clip and I just said, I will strangle Rayleigh with my bare hands. And he just said, go ahead. We hate him too.
I hate the shit on an Ohioan who is from like 40 minutes from where I'm from, but like, yeah, that was bullshit move. And he was like mad about it too. Like, what are you talking about? You just tried to take out the legs of our 24-year-old like cornerstone on a play that you were clearly going to be out on. That just
it did. And Ben McDonald was like rationalized too. He's like, he's just out there trying to break up a double play. You know what I'm saying? It's like,
dude, yeah. I was so worried he wasn't going to get up.
I know. I actually didn't see the play live.
I was like, oh no. Like my
Mhm.
initial thought was we're not going to see him until the middle of next year now.
like when
Yeah.
you see guys like slide into the plate with their feet, they always like slide to the side for
always
their
dive.
hand and stuff.
Yeah.
You want to know Luke Rayleigh's slugging percentage this year in 10 games?
It's probably so bad.
Under 100.
That's amazing.
So
It probably all came from the double that he hit off of Voth in the second inning or whatever.
Probably if
I
it's
guess
under
now
110.
now it would be higher, but before tonight it was under 100.
I think Kevin Brown said it was only like his third hit of the year.
Yeah, he's
So-
only played 10 games. He's 2 for 25, but still, that guy can piss off.
Yeah.
Not cool. Well, what didn't Posey lose like a season and a half because of something like that? That's why the rule changed.
Yeah. It was fucking scary, dude. I don't like that.
Let me see. Yeah, he literally missed. I think it's 2011. He only played 45 games. He was out the rest of the season after that incident. He was rookie of the year before that, and he was MVP the year after that. So like,
In play runs.
Sack fly Hayes.
he needs it.
Mounted.
These guys need good games, and they're having them. It's
Yeah, I know,
huge.
dude.
Hayes has been like literally unusable the last
Yeah.
like 25 games
Yes.
after being like one of the hottest hitters in baseball.
I have something. I have to screenshot something for you, Josh.
Okay. Are you texting it to me?
Yeah. That's pretty fucking funny. Oh man. All right. What else do we want to talk about, guys?
I mean, any more comments on like the current roster construction? Because we can go into fantasy other than that.
Yeah, fucking call up
That's
DL
funny.
Hall, please. Call up
Joe-
DL Hall.
Josie Rutschman simp chat.
Yeah,
Yeah.
call up DL Hall. Yeah, just call up DL Hall. I mean, at this point, if it's not going to happen, they should just use him to acquire a pitcher that they will.
Yeah.
I kind of went on a little rage tweet the other day because I was pissed. But like honestly, like just he has no value in AAA. Just trade him. Like put him in a package to get like Castillo or Pablo Lopez or something. Somebody like a pitcher you actually want.
I would like them to like justify the holdup. Like I don't understand what it is. I don't know.
Yeah, it would be really nice for like a little bit of
Clarity.
transparency. A little
Yeah.
bit of transparency. Yeah. Just something. I can't see what the reason is, but if a reason that made sense was presented, then I think it would save a lot of vitriol from the fans.
Yeah, and if they're concerned about like I don't know, maybe they're like, oh, maybe he's not healed from last year's injury, or maybe there's just concerns about an injury flaring up, then why are you pitching him 6 innings on some of these starts? Like they wouldn't do that.
He's still throwing almost 100 pitches. I mean, he's been throwing in the 90s.
Yeah, 98 pitches, 2 out of his last 4 starts. I mean, I don't really know it. Like you wouldn't do that if you were concerned about injury. Over the last 17 innings, 1.02 ERA, 34 strikeouts, 7 walks, 2 earned runs in that span of time. I don't get it.
I mean, maybe they just want to see him continue. I know he has been, but maybe they want to see more consistency in his command and keeping his walk down because his walk numbers are not good.
Sure, they knew that when
his whip is not good.
They've always known this though. It's at 1. That's like league average.
Is it down to 1 now?
1.091.
That's definitely Playable.
That's much better because it was like 1.4 at one point.
Oh no,
So-
1.3 in Norfolk. On the season, it's 1.256. I was looking at his one buoy start on accident.
Oh, you dumb fuck.
Might be. But I mean, the walks per 9's 5, whatever. If you want to, like, what's the difference in working on your command in Norfolk versus the MLB?
Probably because in Major League Baseball it gets punished more than AAA. I mean, there's something to be said there, and I still think he should be called up. But if that is the concern, like Major League hitters are so much more disciplined than AAA hitters are. So if you're walking guys in AAA if you're walking guys excessively in AAA, you're going to walk so many guys in Major League Baseball because their discipline is just so much better.
That's fair.
And so that issue will just be compounded.
Yeah, it's fair. I'm just like, what's the hurt in having like Voth and Hall do piggyback starts if that's something you want to mess with or something? I don't know, but
I mean, dude, you don't have to convince me that he should be called.
No, I
up.
know.
I'm just.
Yeah. No, it's a good reason. That's a good reason. But yeah, whatever.
But especially since it's been down. The past little while, it's been better. So there's, we're kind of running out of excuses here.
Let me see what the highest walk rate is on the current Orioles rotation. Let's see. What would I say DL was 5.4 or something like that in AAA? Let's say that. Current highest in the rotation is 3.5. That belongs to Bradish. After that, it's Watkins at 3.4. So, I mean, yeah, I guess that is higher than they want. That would be the highest whip on the team of regulars. So, I mean, I guess that's a concern, but I don't know. I think that the upside kind of outweighs that, at least to give it a look this year.
Nick Vespi, common success, another strikeout.
Common Nick Vespi success. Remember when he was our war leader for like a week after one appearance?
Yeah.
Nuts.
Remember when we found, reason number 467 why war is dumb? Because of that right there.
I just bring it up. It's something to bring up. You guys want to do fantasy?
Yeah.
All right. Yeah, why not?
Yeah, let's see. I'm gonna read Brad's score first because I think it's probably the loser.
Hey.
So to be fair, Freddie picked for you, and he did kind of a poor job because one of your guys, Kobe Mayo, did not play a single game over the span. That hurts. 0 points. Trey Mancini has been slumping. He was your other pick. 12.6 points in about 3 weeks.
All right.
Heston Kjerstad had a decent time adjusting down there in Aberdeen, 40.5 points, and DL Hall had, as we've been talking about, a very good month. 52 points for him. The strikeout numbers were high. Your total's 105.1.
Yep, I definitely didn't win.
I'll go ahead and do Josh's. Josh had Taryn Vavra, Drew Rom, Cedric Mullins, and Trenton Craig. Pretty funny. Josh's lineup was very top heavy in there. He got 39 points out of Vavra, 49 points out of Rom. Rom coming with 2 wins in that stretch, and as we know, pitcher wins are worth 10 points in the Talking Birdie fantasy game trademark
For some reason.
because you got to make it worth it, man.
Yeah, I like it. It's just funny that how much we weight it.
That's fine. I mean, it doesn't happen that often.
No, it really doesn't.
Especially the way pitchers are treated these days.
Yeah.
And then it kind of fell off a little bit. Cedric Mullins had an okay couple weeks. It's 27 points. 27 points is great for when we're doing this a week, but we're scoring almost a month's worth of work. So 27 is not great from Cedric, and Trenton Craig was even worse. He had 19 points, but your top 2 scorers kind of led the way for you, Josh, and got you 134 points.
Let's go. Taryn Vavra supremacy. Friend of the pod, Drew Rom. Masterclass.
All right. We'll go through Ryan's here real quick. He had Jordan Westberg, Austin Hayes, Gunnar Henderson, and Felix Bautista. And Westberg kind of struggled a little bit. He ended up with 28.41 points. Hayes, 27.98. Gunner, 31.23. And Felix Bautista comes in with 24. So that total came to 111.62.
Damn
Let's
it.
go.
Yep.
You gonna win one this year, buddy?
Eat dicks.
In his defense, we do this like once a month now.
Damn ass, you son of a bitch.
Yeah, Ryan happened to land the dynamic duo of Westberg and Henderson, and they just like kind of cooled off a little bit as soon as that happened.
It's
Yeah,
what
it didn't
always
pay off.
happens. You never
That's how
take
it
the
goes.
hot hitter because they're just
Exactly.
going to cool off.
Exactly, dude.
Yeah.
I always say that, but I don't always follow it. And when I don't follow it, I do poorly.
I mean, just, sometimes, guys, I just got to say,
I'm kind of retarded.
I just,
Yeah.
All right. So we ready to pick some new teams?
Yes, sir. I will take the first pick. I'm gonna take Gunnar Henderson.
All right. I'll take
Sick.
Adley.
65-point week incoming from Gunner.
Yep. I'll take Adley.
Got it.
Wait. How many points did Brad get?
Oh, Brad was second pick. He's last pick.
Oh,
Yeah.
no.
Yeah.
Your
Yeah.
hand has
I-
been shown.
I know who Ryan's taking now.
Yeah. I'll take me and Adley Rutschman. Thank you very much.
It was on my
Fucked
board.
up. It's fucked
That's
up.
fucked up.
All right. Well, then in that case, I'll take Cedric Mullins.
Play the clip.
That's Cedric Mullins again.
Yep.
I love it.
I'm gonna go with Colton Cowser.
Future Cincinnati Red Colton Cowser.
Future Miami Marlin. Hey Ryan.
Give me No, I'm not gonna do that. I was gonna do a little a little meme player there, but I'm not even gonna do that. Give me Noah Denoyer.
Okay.
It's a good pick.
His
That's a
first
good pick.
selection in Talking Birdie fantasy draft history.
Yep.
I love it. All right. I'll go DL Hall.
Damn.
Wow. Josh, you'll never guess. The guy that is supposedly already going to be traded to the Mets is pitching for the Orioles right now.
Oh, no.
Remember when everyone was saying a couple guys where you won't see Tate tonight, so don't even count on it or something.
These stupid fucking idiots.
Don't count on
Stop
seeing
pretending
Tate.
like you know things. You don't.
I hate that for them.
Yeah.
Funny.
Me too. As much as I want Trey to get traded, I will take a lot of satisfaction in him not getting traded for the people that were pretending like they already knew that the deal was happening.
I will say I was part of those people. I didn't like vehemently go for it, but I was
Vehemently?
like,
Vehemently?
Yeah, whatever. I don't say words right. What is the discourse over Tate getting traded? Like I saw a couple people like, oh, you can't trade Tate. We've put so much work into him and he's so effective. And it's like that's why other teams want him. And they're willing to give up things for a guy that we don't even use as our eighth inning guy. So I don't know. Maybe I don't understand that. Had to pause.
I don't care. I don't care if they trade Dylan Tate.
That's what I'm saying. Like he's a really good pitcher. He's come a long way. He has like some really good pitches, but I don't think he's like untouchable by any means. And I don't like if he left this bullpen, I'm not really concerned about something like missing.
If you're already trading Trey to the Mets and the Mets want Tate and you want to throw Tate in there as a way to like acquire a better return, go ahead.
Yeah, exactly. Like you might be able to get like a Brett Beatty type guy, like a top 5 Mets prospect if you're lucky.
Or like a Francisco Alvarez, maybe.
No.
I'm kidding.
Not that good, but I mean the Mets don't have the strongest farm system, but there's some guys at the top, and I mean you might be able to get one of those loose for those two guys.
Sure. Off the top of my head, they have at least 3 that are in the top. Like, I mean, Ronnie Mauricio is like 52.
I think Beatty's the other one. Yeah.
Beatty's like 20, and then Alvarez is number 2 about to be number 1.
Yeah. But yeah, that was my little rant I had to do.
Yeah.
I'm gonna take Ramon Urias. Got to ride the hot hand.
God,
I know
you're
that's not
fucked.
always the strategy, but
Yeah, that's a bad idea.
I like this team so far, though.
I have a pitcher. Do I have a major leaguer yet? Oh yeah, I do have Adley.
You do.
So I can go anywhere in New York now. I'll go with Frederick Bencosme. I hope
Fuck you, dude.
I hope I
Fuck
pronounced
you.
that right.
Fuck you. That's the meme player that I just started hyping on.
It's not even a meme player at this point, dude.
What's his
Yeah,
name?
he's-
Frederick Bell. I'm gonna have to look up a proper spelling.
So it's funny. I know how to say it now because I went to go see the Shorebirds play the other day, but I was misreading. I was calling him like Ben's comb in my head. But it's Ben Cosme.
Bencosme. Okay.
Yeah.
Cosme.
Yeah.
Cosme.
Yeah, that's my guy, Frederick Bencosme.
All right. So wait, I haven't been writing it down. Henderson's off the board, right?
Correct. Yes.
And Westberg's off the board, right?
Westberg is still on the board.
I'll take Westberg.
Okay. My last pick, I'm going to take my second major leaguer and pitcher, Felix Bautista. He was filthy last night or whatever night it was that he struck out the side.
Yeah, Friday and Saturday.
Ryan's final pick.
Someone take Cedric, right?
Brad has Cedric.
Yeah, Brad has Cedric. Okay. Let's do Heston. I'll take Heston.
Based.
Solid.
The last pick of the draft.
I'm gonna go with my meme player. The minor league leader in stolen bases, ladies and gentlemen. Luis Valdez.
Let's go. Brad's gonna get like 10 points on stolen
My
bases
God,
alone.
yeah. And then he's gonna strike out like 10 times. He actually has a good on base percentage. He has no power though.
Hey,
He's
that's fine.
He's a 354 OBP. That's not. That's pretty solid.
All
That'll
of his
abso-
stolen bases should count as doubles, so his slugging is actually higher than that.
You can't evaluate him with OPS because he gets on base and then he's still second, so that's like a double.
The Jorge Mateo logic kills me. Oh,
Retarded.
I can't wait to pick like Judd Fabian when he gets to like Delmarva
Hell yeah,
this year.
Dude, I know.
Max
Max
Wagner.
Wagner. Mhm.
Oh man, I can't wait.
So Beavers and Fabian have signed the dotted line. So hopefully within the next couple weeks, I imagine they'll probably go to extended spring training, but hopefully they'll end the season in Delmarva.
Holiday has also signed.
He
he has
hasn't
to. But
signed. He's pending physical. He is not
Right,
signed
but the
officially
deal
yet.
is in place.
The
They
deal
have
is in place. Yes,
They have the number amount.
But
correct.
I am guessing we're not going to see Holiday and affiliated ball. Maybe the rookie leagues. I don't know.
It isn't rare, but it does happen sometimes where they like the higher guys will end up in low A before the year is out. But with the Orioles,
But yeah,
they run things. I don't think it'll happen this year.
Yeah, well, yeah. Now the draft is later, and they got rid of short season A ball.
Yeah.
So it's a little different than it was a few years ago when the draft was in June and there was short season A ball too.
Right. I know like the Red Sox last year, they pushed like Marcelo Mayer up. I think Jordan Waller and Khalil Watson all played low A. I could be wrong about some of that, but I know Mayer for sure played some low A ball.
Well,
Yeah,
I'd
we'll
like to see him there. It would be very cool. But we'll see.
Yeah. Brad can get that autograph right away.
Yeah. I have to head down to Delmarva for it, but I'll be in Ocean City towards the end of August. So
I'm really excited for like, obviously I expect Holiday to do well, but like to see like what Fabian can become or like Max Wagner. Like I want to know more about Dylan Beavers. Like those guys intrigue me the most out of this draft.
For sure.
Beavers fever.
Before we get into the draft results, shit, like the actual draft results. I'll read the fantasy teams just so everyone's updated. Ryan Adley, Noah Denoyer, Ben Cosme, Kerstad, Brad has Mullins, Hall, Westberg, Valdez, Stolen Base King. I have Henderson, Cowser, Urias, Bautista. That is your fantasy draft.
Yes, sir.
I did not pull up a document that says what picks we made this year. Not that it's that important. But okay.
Congratulations to Ben Cosme and Luis Valdez for their first career Talking Birdie podcast fantasy selections.
Absolutely.
Big moment for those two. I love that for them.
And Valdez.
Yep. Yeah, I said both of them. Valdez and Ben Cosme. Right?
Denoyer was the other one.
Oh, Denoyer. That was the first one for him?
Yeah, I've never seen his name on here before. At least not this year.
I know I've thought about it, but I guess I've never actually pulled the trigger.
Have we ever picked Urias like this year? I think we did last year, but I don't think we did this year. I'm going through it right now. I don't see him.
I don't think so.
This can't be his first all-time pick, though. No, I refuse to believe that.
I don't know, bro. I'm sure he was picked before because like we used to play where you couldn't pick guys that were picked the week before.
Yeah, really that's true.
So
that's true.
We definitely had to default to a guy like Urias at least one time before.
I did not track the drafts last year. This year I am, but yeah, did not have that.
All right, just got robbed by Taylor Walls.
Saw that. That was a nice play.
Yeah, get that for him.
All right, we want to go through this draft a little bit. I know we don't know a lot about these guys, but just figured we'd run through and give everyone their due congratulations and stuff. Yeah. I have it pulled up if you want me to just read down the line here.
Yeah, go ahead.
All right. We've talked about some of the early guys already. Jackson Holiday signed for, I believe, $8.2 million. It's a record for a high schooler. We've already talked about this. Same for Dylan Beavers, interested in what he can bring. Max Wagner, they have not signed him yet, but I assume he will sign. I don't. It's second round, pretty good pick value for a guy who doesn't have that big of a track record.
College guy too.
College guy at Clemson, yeah. Judd Fabian took him Comp B. He already signed. Him and Beavers were at the park the other day. That was cool to see them in the O's uniforms. Those are two guys I really want their first Bowman, like right away. Want that auto, especially Fabian. Fabian really interests me. Then we go with Nola McLean, right-handed pitcher out of Oklahoma State. I believe he's that two-way guy, right? They're going to use him as a pitcher, but they might use that.
Yeah. So he looks like a bullpen kind of guy, just based off the stats I looked at Oklahoma State. I don't think he has a ton of innings. He's a high strikeout, great K rate. Not a very good ERA. He's a bit of a project for sure.
Yeah, interesting pick to keep an eye on. I want to see how they use the two-way situation because they said they really like his power in his bat. I don't know. They have his numbers pulled up.
They said his focus is going to be on pitching, but they're going to let him DH some too.
That's cool. It'd be cool to see. I think more teams are doing it because of Shohei, but it'd be cool to just see him pop up like one in every team.
Copycat league.
Yep.
The blueprint's out. The blueprint's out.
The blueprint is out. In the fourth round, we take Silas Ardoin. I think that's how you say his name. He's a catcher out of Texas, regarded as the best defensive catcher in the draft.
Yeah, obviously he's going to be our future backup catcher because I'm pretty sure the difference between him and Maverick Hanley is hitting decent this year, and he's hitting a little too well in the minors for a backup catcher for the Orioles. So Ardoin, it didn't look like he had great offensive numbers, so no brainer. He's going to be our future backup catcher. There's your answer right there.
Or that's his ceiling, I guess.
Yeah, right.
I prefer to pronounce it the French way, Ardoin.
Ardoin.
Yeah.
All right, I like it. It'd be Silas Ardoin. Like the first name Silas too. Like you kind of got to throw a little flair on there.
Hell yeah.
Fifth round, we take Trace Bright, right-handed pitcher out of Auburn. Have not agreed to terms with him either. Don't know anything about him.
Solid name too.
Yeah, pretty good name. Our second pick out of Texas, Douglas Hodo the third. I believe he's a center fielder. I think so. One of the better defensive guys in this draft. He's kind of my half certified my guy in this draft. I have two guys. He's one of them. I love a good defensive center fielder who can steal some bags. He's my Ryan McKenna of this draft.
I think Hodo did sign.
according to this draft tracker, no, but I think you're right. He posted like a "thank you so much, Texas" kind of thing. So
Yeah. That's what I'm thinking of.
yeah. Little hint: we may be getting some of these guys on the pod. We're gonna try. We haven't actually heard back from anybody yet.
Let's not say we might get these guys on the pod.
Yeah.
Let's say we reached out and we've
reached out.
A response. Yes. Yeah. Let's not. We simped for them in their DMs a little bit and hoping that they would agree to come on. That's the extent of it.
Douglas Hodo III has not responded with comment. Preston Johnson, 7th rounder, right-hander out of Mississippi State. He may have been a teammate of Westberg. I don't remember. I don't know if he's a senior or junior or whatever. Don't know anything about him. 8th round, we took Cameron Weston, right-hander out of Michigan. He is my other certified guy. He is from Pittsburgh and he went to Michigan, so I have to be behind him. His numbers weren't incredible in Michigan, but I don't really know anything.
I noticed that a lot of our pitchers did not have very good numbers. But they all had high K rates.
Remember what Peak said? They like that jumpy fastball and they want to try to harness it a little bit, do what they can. 9th round, we take Adam Crampton out of Stanford. He's a shortstop. Don't know anything about him. Wyatt Cheney, right-hander out of McLennan Community College. I don't know anything about him. Zach Showalter, right-handed pitcher out of high school, Wesley Chapel High School in Florida.
So my understanding from what I've read is Showalter is probably going to be worth over slot value. So they're probably going to have to use some of their savings if they want to sign him. So he's a little bit higher regarded than a typical 11th round pick, I believe.
Yeah. Anytime Elias takes like a high schooler in like these mid to late rounds like this, kind of your eyes kind of like light up a little bit because you don't really know what that's about. 12th round, Bradley Bremer out of Indiana, right-handed pitcher. Don't know anything about him. Jared Beck, left-handed pitcher out of St. Leo. 14th round, Adam Retzbach out of
Hey, no. We got to stop at Jared Beck. That is the 7-footer.
Yes.
They drafted out of D2. And if he were to make the major leagues, would be the tallest pitcher to ever make the big leagues. So
he pumps like 100, doesn't he? Like he's up there.
I know he's a high K rate guy. I don't know if he gets 100 or not. If you heard that, I'm sure it's probably true.
He's like high 90s for sure.
So consider Jared Beck to be one of my guys for sure.
Let's see. 14th round, Adam Retzbach, catcher out of Lehigh. 15th round, James Hicks Jr., right-handed pitcher out of South Carolina. 16th round, Graham Firaved, I think is how you say that, right-handed pitcher out of Virginia Tech. 17th round's kind of interesting. I saw a little bit about this. Carter Young, shortstop out of Vanderbilt. It's believed he has big power. I've never seen him play or anything. His numbers weren't really that impressive, but they believe this is another one of those overslot picks. They said he might not even sign. I don't know why. He's junior. His numbers weren't that impressive. And I don't know. They said good pop in the bat. That's all I know. Good defense. 18th round.
I guess the reason would be if his numbers weren't that impressive and the scouts actually like him, then there would be reason for him to believe that he could get drafted higher next year, I guess, if he played better.
Like, the thing is, he wasn't like very good at all. What's Hyde arguing about? I didn't see the play. Like his OPS was like under 800 for college. I guess it's Vanderbilt, so the competition's obviously better than your average.
Yeah,
college,
still that's not impressive for as far as a draft prospect goes.
Yeah, exactly. 18th round, Andrew Walters, right-handed pitcher out of Miami. 19th round, Alden Mathis out of University of Richmond. He's an outfielder. 20th round, final pick, Reese Sharp, right-handed pitcher out of Indiana. So that's our second Indiana pick. But that is the draft. Congrats, everybody, on getting selected. Hope you sign. And please let us interview you.
Yes, please do. Answer your DMs, please.
Yes. Make your Instagrams public at Judd Fabian.
Yes, at Judd Fabian.
You can't be a Comp B pick who got drafted twice now and have private DMs, man. How are we supposed to contact you?
Hyder was mad because Arozarena hit a ball that Urias threw him out on, but they like ruled that it hit Arozarena's foot, so it was a dead ball.
Arozarena blows.
Yeah. Randall. I just got to show this off here. I forgot that I ordered this like months ago, but let me see. Get a good zoom up here for a second so I can properly show this thing off. It's the 20th anniversary of Halo Master Chief Pop Vinyl, and he's like
Very
black.
nice.
He's like black and gold. It's pretty sick, dude.
That is pretty sick. Is that like a limited edition thing?
Yeah.
Okay.
Limited edition. It was exclusive to like the Xbox store online. And I know the like exclusive pops, like they actually go up in value quite a bit.
There's a market. Like I know there's a lot of like Funko Pop collectors and stuff, but like I don't understand that market at all.
There is, because like I have a bunch of them, but it's just like I don't go for stuff that has like, it's not like collecting cards where you're like, oh, I'm just gonna get this because it has value.
You go get
like,
cool stuff.
I'm like, oh, yeah. I like that character. I'm gonna see if there's a pop vinyl for that character. And like I've gone before and looked for one, like say it was like something from like an older game that came out like, I don't know, 5-6 years ago. If that pop is like no longer in production and there's only like a resale market for it, I mean, people charge like 50, 100, 150 bucks for them. So like Halo stuff is like mad popular as well. So if I ever feel like selling that, I could probably get some stonk for it.
How much does that cost?
Oh, they're like 20 bucks.
Oh, really? Okay.
Yeah.
Okay. Interesting.
You can get them for cheaper, but this particular one was like 20 bucks.
I see. Yeah. Okay. Brad, would you like to run us through minor league updates and we'll get out of here?
He only has one.
That's the only update available.
Yeah. Luis Valdez is one of the fastest players in the history of the planet, not just baseball. And because of that, he is the future of this franchise, and it's time that you guys start showing him a little bit of respect. 47 stolen bases in low A ball. Yeah, he doesn't have a lot of power, but so what? So what? 47 steals. Fuck
7 steals is pretty insane.
Yeah, went to go see the Shorebirds this weekend. They looked as bad in person as their their record indicates. I can't even remember who was pitching, but whoever it was had like a 5-something ERA, and he even wasn't getting help either. He had a lot of bloopers. It looked like they should have been caught falling in. And then he'd get shelled on other pitches, and I don't think they scored. I left like before the game was over, but Ben Cosme did well. He got 2 more hits. He's up to 372. So that guy's 19 years old, absolutely killing. He's almost up to like 150 at-bats down in low A ball now. So definitely something to keep an eye on.
I'd like a small interruption.
Yeah, go for it, because I got to pull up some stats anyway.
Okay, I looked up Luis Valdez on YouTube. I was hoping to see him run a little bit, but there he is running, I guess. But it's funny to me that international prospects, like usually their best video of them, like from scouts and stuff, is like a YouTube video shot from like a mile away on a potato camera, and it's just funny to me.
And so like, that's what his was.
That's the one I'm watching right now. It's the only one I found so far, but it's like he's not even like centered in the shot. It's like filmed on like an iPhone 3. The guy's like standing at home plate watching this kid like field from like almost left field.
Yeah.
Eric Birdland moment.
Eric Birdland moment. Anyway.
Yeah. So we'll move up to Aberdeen. Toby Welk has returned, and he is thought he was out for the season. He is rehabbing in Aberdeen and actually tearing it up in his rehab. He's got a 1.326 OPS for, I guess, the week or so that he spent there. So good for him. Good to see him come back.
The out for the season thing seemed a little a little misguided.
Yeah, I guess
he's back in July.
Yeah. Anyways, yeah. So Pete Van Loon got the win. Yet he didn't pitch that great, but Pete Van Loon's 9-1 down in AAA right now. Or sorry, in high A ball with a ERA in the low 3s, which just went up a little bit because he gave up 3 earned runs in 3 innings pitched in relief because he was piggybacking yesterday. But he's probably the most exciting name in the road. Well, him, Gene Pinto, and Tavera actually all are having decent years. So I'm interested to see how those guys progress. Pinto had started out very poorly. His ERA was like at about 8 after the first month, and it was kind of disappointing after he dominated. But now he's down to just right around the low 4s. He had actually gotten it into the 3s, and then he got hit around a little bit on Saturday. But Pinto looks like he's making a comeback a bit, so we'll keep an eye on him.
Luis Valdez, I found him running. That man is fast. This is him legging out a triple, but that man is really fast. Like I think Mateo's really fast on camera. Luis Valdez is right there with him.
I want to see the race. I want to see that race.
I do too.
Yeah. So the only thing is Valdez just doesn't have any power, but he probably gets on. I mean, at least in low A ball, he has a decent on base percentage.
And Mateo can't hit for shit either. So.
Yeah. Well, Mateo has more power than him, but Valdez has a 354 OBP in low A ball, but his OPS is still 692. That's not very good.
Dude, if Jorge Mateo just like, bro, just press the X button, bro. Just break out the contact swing. Just
butt for a hit like half the time. Anytime the infield's playing back.
That dude does not understand his skill set. He is always trying to crank home runs, and I think it's part of the reason he can't hit.
Good call. And he can't take a pitch to save his life.
No.
Every now and then he can barrel it up and hit it a long way, but it's not very often.
Yeah, but do we care if he does that or not? I don't.
I mean,
just get on base and steal, bro. But like, he doesn't do that because his OBP is abysmal.
Well, he listens to the pod and he knows he needs to raise his OPS because he's like, those guys don't care about stolen bases. They want me to hit bombs. So he goes out there and he's pressing, man. And it's all on you guys.
We got to take the pressure up a little.
Yeah. Yeah. You just let it be him. You're not letting it be him. It's your fault.
Just pump the brakes a little bit.
Luis Valdez can be him all he wants.
Yes. Okay. Moving up to AA. The Bay Sox have a half game lead on the division in the second half. They took 2 out of 3 from Richmond this weekend. Kowser still got an OPS over 1,000 down in AA, so that's pretty dope. The disappointing one, I'd say Prieto hasn't been that great since he's got to AA.
Yeah.
For a decent average, but really the power hasn't been there. He's got a 685 OPS, but still time for him to turn that around. Maverick Hanley is the guy I mentioned that I think I've mentioned that I like to see as a candidate to be the backup catcher because he's known as glove first, but he's actually putting up pretty good offensive numbers too. His OPS just dipped below 800. It's at 787, but he's been up around the 800.
What's his slugging?
Let's see. Pull it up here real quick. I mean, he's got at least 700 or 800. He's got 6. His slugging is okay. His OBP is 371. Jesus Christ. So his slugging is 416.
Nice.
Yeah. So that's the kind of guy I like to see as a backup catcher candidate right there.
I want to find his WRC plus on Fangraphs.
A guy who has a glove, but also he's not absolute garbage at hitting. I don't expect him to be a good hitter in the big leagues, but like, give me a high 600s OPS, you know?
Yeah. Simply be better than Robinson Chirinos.
Yes.
WRC plus is 121 in AA. That's pretty dang good for a 24-year-old who's not expected to be a good hitter.
Yeah, that'll play.
Walk rate's 12.4.
Yep.
Yeah, that'll play for sure.
All right. Let's see what else. Rom pitched an absolute gem. He's got to be looking at promotion sometime. You know, not too far down the line. He's into the mid threes. He had a couple rough starts at one point, which bumped his ERA up, but overall, he's been looking pretty good. He's been having a solid year. So congrats to our guy, Drew. Looking forward to see him graduate from AA. And, you know, it seems like he's kind of a slept-on prospect still, but he's been good. He's been good at every level, and I'm still interested to see him as a potential future rotation piece for the O's. So keep pulling for him.
Dude. Peak pitching again?
What's that?
Is Peak back in the rotation?
No, he's injured. I'm not exactly sure what his injury is. He had come back and he did well, and then he got injured again. So, oh yeah, and Kobe Mayo hasn't played for weeks, as was mentioned. He tweaked his back at a game I was at probably like 3 Fridays ago, and I was sitting in front row, and I like said something to him when he walked by. After the game, I was like, "Kobe, you good?" And he was like, he like confidently answered. He's like, "Oh, I'm good, man. I'm good." So I don't know. I guess apparently he wasn't.
Don't worry, citizen.
Yeah, exactly. You know, but at least he was considerate enough to look out for my feelings.
That's nice of him.
Very, very nice of him. Let's see. Moving up to Triple A here. 1 second. Ties. Henderson and Westberg, as you could expect, they were absolutely lighting the world on fire for a few weeks. They've cooled off a little bit, but they still got really good numbers. They still rocking OPSs right at just south of 900.
Gunner hit a tank last night, dead center at Durham.
Yep.
Deepest part of the park. I didn't see the distance, but it was like over 4 for sure. 420 maybe.
Actually, interestingly, Westberg, for as great as he was doing for a while, he's now 4th on the ties in OPS. So that goes to show you they've got a pretty good lineup going on down there.
Yeah.
Because Stowers is 4th, but yeah, he could become number 1 in one game. They're all bunched together pretty well because you got Stowers at 889, Vavra at 886, Gunner at 882, and then Westberg at 872.
That's really close.
Yep. So there's like 4 guys that are pretty much, right up there at the top.
Dude.
But yeah, Bradish continues his rehab. He yesterday pitched 4 2/3, 2 earned runs, 6 Ks. He's got a 1.83 in ERA in AAA, and he did very well in his AA rehab starts too. So hopefully he comes back confident. We can see him in the rotation soon and maybe see a new and improved version of Kyle Bradish.
Yeah, he's got some bad metrics, but hopefully he's up. He's got really good stuff. We've seen it.
Yeah. But
Dude, Adley's going to be like a regularly 400 OBP guy.
Yeah, the way that man gets on base, I said this on Twitter earlier, he's like built to rack up WAR as a catcher because he's so good on offense and his defense is above average.
Uh-huh.
Catchers just aren't that anymore. It's like the opposite problem that the first basemen have, where it's impossible to do anything above average at first because everyone's really good.
pretty much.
Yep.
I'm trying to find the Luis Valdez video that you were talking about.
Just search Luis Valdez Orioles on YouTube. It should be the first or second one.
Oh my god, yeah. I'm looking at the second one. He's on such a shitty field.
Yeah, it looks like a sandlot almost. It's really bad.
It is, dude. Rec ball fields are better than that.
It's the first one by Big Country's Wheelhouse.
It's like there's grass grown in all over the infield, and there's a little bit of dirt, so you can tell it's a field. It's supposed to be a baseball field. It's bad, man. Wow, but that's how it is in the DR, I guess.
International Prospects crack me up part 2 because those are the only 2 videos in existence of Luis Valdez. If it wasn't for these 2 videos, you wouldn't know he existed.
I'm wondering how, what the process is for even finding these guys.
I don't know. No
I
idea.
don't know. Yeah.
It's probably grimy, and I don't want to think about it.
Yeah, fair enough. All right. Well, that's pretty much all I got for now, I guess.
Thank you for that, Bradley.
Yep.
Bard just balked, putting Adley on second, and then the very next pitch he just walked Hayes. So
nice. 2 outs, bottom 7. This would be a nice handy win over the Rays because the Rays are it's always either close or we just get blown out. But if they can handily beat the Rays, that'd be nice.
That'd be super nice, dude.
Ramon Urias moment.
I'm so sick of this team.
Dude, you must have seen a different video to see that he's fast because this is the shittiest scouting video I've ever seen.
It's the one that's 3 minutes and 20 seconds long.
Okay, because this one's 113, and they literally all it is him fielding slow rollers on a terrible field, and then it showed 2 clips of him fouling off pitches.
Yeah, that one blows. The other one's a little bit better. You could see him leg out a triple. It's pretty nice.
Okay, you said it's a 3-minute one.
It's 3 minutes and 20 seconds. It's by Big Country's Wheelhouse.
Oh, Big Country did the shitty one that I'm looking at.
Yeah,
too. He's a big Valdez fan, I guess.
Oh, Ramon, come on.
Oh my God, I'm looking at Big Country.
Big Country.
Big Country is just 15-year-old dork. 15-year-old dork.
Eric Birdland's son.
Camera. Oh man, good for him. Good for him.
All right, I think we're about wrapped up here.
Yep.
All right. All righty.
All right, you guys. Thanks for tuning in. Another fun episode. I know we're late on content today, but hope you guys enjoyed it anyway.
We'll be up against the trade deadline next week.
Light on content. Do you not want to talk about Luis Valdez's sprinting ability on potato camera from Big Country's wheelhouse, Ryan? Come on. Read the room, buddy.
Yeah, dude. Come on now. That's insensitive.
Okay, there's the clip for there's the clip for this week. That right there. As per usual, guys, follow us on Twitter at Podcast Birdie. I think we're due for a giveaway here soon, guys. What do you think? It's been a little while.
Coming up.
Yeah.
We need like an end of the season giveaway or something like that, like a playoff push giveaway. We'll get something together.
Yes, for sure.
That's a good call, right?
Thank you. Follow me on Twitter at RyanSet094. Follow the show at Podcast Birdie. I know I just said that, but I'm saying it again. Follow Josh at Out of State O's and follow Brad at KU Brad Wandell.
Retarded.
Leave reviews on iTunes. Hit the 5-star thing on Spotify. Subscribe on YouTube. Like the videos.
Join
helps
the
us.
Fucking Discord, please.
Yes.
People. Join the Discord, please. We're begging you, please.
We talk more in other things.
Well, we talk on a fuck ton in Discord if people would actually join, start conversations.
Yeah, it's nice. I like seeing what other people have to talk about, you know? Like the Facebook group is kind of laughable, but like doesn't have to be a Discord.
Right. Exactly. All right, guys. Thanks a lot. We'll see you next week.
See you guys.